For my money, the greatest story WWE has ever done is the Bloodline storyline. The longevity, the compelling characters, the great matches, the unforgettable moments, everything has been nailed to a T, and it's only going to get better. Because we still have a couple more beats left in that story. New characters, new story arcs, up-and-comers, main eventers, and I'm going to show you all how I would book the end of the Bloodline. We're going to start off this year at Survivor Series, where I think we're going to get Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. These two have storied history together after Roman brought Solo in to help retain his championship against Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle 2022, and it's only gotten better from there. From Solo going as the stoic enforcer of the Bloodline and going into his own as the leader of this new bad Bloodline. I think this match has all the potential in the world, and I think it should be a very good one. Solo isn't the best in ring, but Bloodline matches are never the best in ring, let's face it. It's all about the story beats and the compelling moments. I think we'll get a very compelling moment at the end of this one. That is, Paul Heyman returning to cost Solo Sikoa the match and siding with his tribal chief, Roman Reigns. That's right, Paul Heyman will return and cost Solo Sikoa the match at Survivor Series. Oh, and for those of you in the comments section, I know you're typing already who's going to be the War Games match. Well, the Judgment Day gets the War Games match this year. Great story, they have more than enough momentum to keep it going. Now we get to the Royal Rumble, and in this match, Roman Reigns goes on against the Bloodline, all of them against one, and he eliminates them all until he faces Jacob Fatu. That's right, Jacob Fatu takes Roman Reigns out of the Royal Rumble, and that leads to the WrestleMania match between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. We gotta hold off on everything else. Cody Rhodes is doing something very interesting. We'll get to that later. And I think you have Jacob Fatu win this. You have Roman Reigns lose. Realize he can't do this on his own. Then you have Jacob Fatu turn into an even bigger star than he is right now. He's going to be the shining star of the Bloodline. I think this is going to propel him to bigger heights. And he'll be this guy that comes out of the Bloodline way better than he was before. And that seems to be the common thread between everyone in the Bloodline. I think that really does become true with Jacob Fatu. He's the next big Samoan star, and you have to give him this big win against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I talked about twists and turns at the beginning. We get a big one leading up to SummerSlam. That is Jacob Fatu turning on Solo Sikoa and becoming the new leader of the Bloodline. He pretty much does what Solo did to Roman and takes the seat as the head of the table. The enforcer is now on top, and we get Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu at SummerSlam. Jacob's going to be a lot of high-profile matches, you'll recognize that. And now he is the leader of this bad Bloodline along with the Tongans. There'll be more guys coming into this group later. But I think he does beat Solo Sikoa, and we don't see Solo Sikoa for some time after he just gets destroyed by Jacob Fatu, who shows absolutely no mercy en route to destroying Solo at SummerSlam. Big things are coming for the new Bloodline. And at Bad Blood, we see Roman Reigns take on Tama Tonga. Keep in mind, he has not commented on the Solo Sikoa situation yet. So after Roman Reigns is done with the match, he defeats Tama Tonga. Zilla Fatu debuts. That's right, Zilla Fatu is now the newest member of the Bloodline. He lays out Roman Reigns' an incredible debut, and then we get Sami, Zayn, and Jey Uso, who won the Tag Team Championships on Monday Night Raw, and have been making teases backstage about realigning with Roman Reigns, and they do. So we end the show at the end of Bad Blood. It is Zilla Fatu, the Tongans, and Jacob Fatu. And now we have Roman, Jey, and Sami. The sides are starting to shape up as we head into War Game season, but there's one more twist that we have to expect, and here it is. The main theme of this part of the story for Roman Reigns is going to be forgiveness, and in the weeks leading up to his match with Zilla Fatu, he does have conversations with Jey and Sami, admitting the fact that he was wrong all these years and he shouldn't have done what he did. He got power hungry and he knows what he did was not good in the eyes of anyone. And the story builds on forgiveness. Zilla Fatu versus Roman Reigns ends when Solo Sikoa comes to Roman Reigns' aid. That's right, the OG Bloodline, in the absence of one man, has been reformed, and they head into War Games. It's 4-on-4, and WWE likes doing a 5-on-5, so we're going to add a little twist into this year's War Games match. It's 4-on-4, but each team has to find their 5th member before the match starts. So it's currently 4-on-4 deep into War Games. You have the OG Bloodline in the absence of one man against GOD, Zilla Fatu, and Jacob Fatu. So 2 sets of brothers. And by the way, acknowledge Tonga. It is Tonga time. And the Bloodline's final member is Jimmy Uso. That's right, Jimmy makes his return, reforming the OG Bloodline. He reconciles with everyone there, and his beef with the new Bloodline who kicked him out trumps everything he has with the old Bloodline, and that is when we get the final member. Number 5 is The Rock. That's right, the People's Champion returns as the last member in the War Games match, and he reveals he's been calling all of the shots for the new Bloodline the whole time. He knew Solo Sikoa was a fake. He knew he was a phony, so he put Jacob Fatu in there to exercise Solo and put some good stuff at the top of the Bloodline, and he has been doing things. He lost to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania this year, and we get the face-off we've all been waiting for, The Rock and Roman Reigns face-off, and The Rock pins Roman Reigns inside War Games, setting up WrestleMania. And WrestleMania, we got 2 parts. This Bloodline story that we need to cover, so here they are. So you have Sami Zayn, the ultimate underdog, taking on the leader of the new Bloodline, Jacob Fatu. And Sami Zayn, as much as I like the guy, he is such a good punching bag. And Jacob should absolutely run through him. It should be a squash. It should be not even like a match. He should just destroy the guy for like 5 to 10 minutes straight. Really just ending this thread of the story with Jacob Fatu coming out as the big star. This should cement Jacob Fatu as a killer, a dangerous man. Well, Sami Zayn can rebound from this in a way Jacob Fatu can't. And then night 2, the main event of WrestleMania, The Rock versus Roman Reigns, the match we all hoped would happen, and now it seems like it will. After years of build-up, layers have been added to this story that we didn't even anticipate would, and it's Bloodline rules for the Uafala. Not a championship, but the Uafala. The significance of this has been outlined in recent weeks. The Uafala is essentially the championship of the Bloodline. When you have that, you are the tribal chief, and I think you get interference from both sides. I don't think there's anything outside of the family. This is just Bloodline rules. I don't think it should be tribal combat because you could get the craziness of the interference. But at the end of the day, Roman should defeat The Rock to end his story of the Bloodline, coming out as the babyface WWE always wanted him to be. And also, kind of just getting Roman the win that we've always wanted him to have over The Rock, and in the way that people want him to. Not the shiny babyface with blue eyes, but the ass-kicking babyface that we all know and we all love. So that's why I believe WrestleMania, you have Sami Zayn get destroyed by Jacob Fatu, and Roman Reigns finally beats The Rock. And I have to say that the Bloodline has been an ultimate success, and after follow this booking, it will be as well. You get the Usos back together, Sami Zayn is the underdog once again, Roman Reigns finishes his career on the highest note he possibly can, Jacob Fatu comes out as a massive star, you get the dream match between Reigns and The Rock. I think we get everything here. And the Bloodline story has been the best thing WWE has ever done. Longevity, just characters, everything has been perfect, and I don't think they will miss. Any way to do it, it will be very, very good. That's all I have for you today from Section 101. Thanks for taking your time to listen to this video. If you made it to the end, that is awesome. Be sure to check out our website, section101.org, Instagram for updates, Spotify for those full-length podcasts, and YouTube for these videos. Thanks for listening, and have a great day. See you in the next one.